That's coming up pretty soon, actually. Commander Jesse and Samurai, no strangers to each other, have been playing even way before Street Fighter V together.
Oh, yeah.
So a lot of history between these two players. But how often have we really seen, like, lately, Samurai versus Commander Jesse? Not too often.
No, I guess that's right, yeah. But for Jesse, he's been looking good so far today. His path has been through Dank with that closest match that we've had today in the 3-2. And for him to be able to battle back and make that happen, I think is a great sign for him.
Had to go through Alex Myers as well in the top 16.
It's true.
I don't even remember how early Commander Jesse was knocked into losers trying to climb that path, if I'm not mistaken. He was there for a while.
He got sent there by Mira.
Ah, that's
Mira.
right. Yeah.
That was before.
Oh, wait a minute.
Back in pools.
That's going to be interesting if, depending on how this plays out.
Yeah, if
but for
Jesse
the most
makes it
part,
through,
this is two giant walls that Jesse has to face. One of them being Samurai, the other being Mira. So it's going to be very interesting to see Akuma versus Dhalsim.
Yep, that's
Might
my
just be a choice.
expectation.
Going into this matchup, Commander Jesse, again, pretty much narrowly escaping death from Dankadius.
Yes.
Took a little bit of a breather.
Yeah.
But now has to face off against Samurai. We've said this time and time again. This is going to be pretty exciting. And it's the Ryu pick. That's what I was going to get at, too.
The Bruiser.
I was waiting for it.
Back from third strike. Bruiser Ryu. Brawler Ryu.
Not SA3, but rather Trigger 2 or V2.
Trigger 2.
I like it. And I like that use of the V-Skill, too, by the way, to kind of check any sort of limbs that Commander Jesse wants to throw out. It's pretty significant. Ooh. And it looks cool.
It definitely looks cool. You can see that it is making Commander Jesse think about things.
Woo! Swatting him out of the air. The mighty foot. The foot of the World Warrior. A lot of stank on that. All right, Commander Jesse now fighting out of the corner.
Woo! Commander Jesse phased through, and Samurai's out of there. He's using the V-meter to get the knockdowns. These whiff punishes are going to be really, really important. Jesse's got to make it count whenever he sees a whiff V-skill. If not, it's not going to be any reason for Samurai not to do it.
I mean, Samurai's toned it down significantly, right? He's not just throwing out V-skill as much as he was earlier, but we'll see how it comes into effect. Eventually, it's going to catch Commander Jesse. The more you throw it out there, it's bound to hit once.
That's the theory. That's what Samurai's hoping.
Ooh.
Here it is. Big damage on deck.
Oh,
okay.
the damage is piercing the heart of Dhalsim. I love the way it looks.
Oh, it's so cool. What a cool change to it.
And it tacks on so much damage and significant stun. And I like this so far from Commander Jesse. Catching a lot of the limbs against Samurai, putting him at 50%. The Fireball game now coming out more from Samurai.
It's so hard to know where Samurai's going to be, whether he's going to dash or jump. Oh, do you see what I mean? The Jesse expected no dash. That might have been a safe on-block slide, but instead Samurai was close enough to get the punish, and here we're in the corner because of it.
Slingshot back into the corner. Commander Jesse.
What? That was the sickest anvil I've ever seen.
Oh, puts himself back into the corner at the sake of a mix-up, but it all pays out. It's fine. He's cooking him up now.
Oh, that was teleport intention.
Oh,
spending the bar to try to force a mix-up. Couple of... Well, I'm not sure what's happening on Jesse's side, really, but he gets underneath the fireball. Having shown float, 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 that's just not what Samurai was looking for.
All tied up here. Oh, yeah, he saw it. V-Skill 2, bound to happen. Oh, that might have been an uppercut input, not the overhead.
Okay, no button out of Samurai, so the landsies did not work. And what a genius way to get out of throw.
Oh, boy.
Jesse, killing it right now.
Very interesting option, too. Oh, boy. Another trigger coming out from the side of Commander Jesse.
Yeah, feeling comfortable. He's probably going to get more V-meter even if things go downhill.
Oh, that was so close. That's the activation off of the trigger. Or excuse me, off of the sweep.
And he can threaten with overhead low. Here it is, the whip punish instead.
We talk about how risky Samurai can get, but someone like Commander Jesse, he's not going to fall for it. He's a very patient player. He's already baited out two of the biggest things from Samurai. One is EX uppercut, and one is his willingness to throw out something random. And that is the V-Skill too.
Right, absolutely. And that's something that Dhalsim players have been looking for in Dhalsim versus Ryu since 1991 or whatever it is. The matchup works in the sense that Ryu oftentimes looks for things like a Dragon Punch to get a knockdown on the way in. That's how it's been forever. Other than that, Sim does a great job of controlling the stage.
Oh! What a great way to plant that V-skill to catching Commander Jesse's teleport, or excuse me, float. Ooh. And that's great. It's great as a gap closer.
Oh, yeah.
Now he's not trying to catch a limb. He's just trying to close the distance more so, if anything. Oh, big throw bait from the side of Commander Jesse. And it's so funky, too, with Dhalsim, considering how slow his walk speed is. Ooh, the big anvil into bigger damage. What's the setup? What side? Okay, same side.
Yeah, that's something we've been seeing Jesse do a lot. He doesn't want to take those risks. Who knows what Samurai's going to do next?
Oh, he'll take that trade against the fireball. You definitely will. And he just teleports back to safety. He wants to play max range. He doesn't want anything to do with Samurai up close.
Yeah, and Samurai knows that. However, those medium trades are great for Jesse over time. And yeah, he's really controlling the stage well.
I'm trying to figure out what Samurai is going to do going forward, like to close the gap. Again, that's one V-skill uncontested from Commander Jesse. Now finds an opening with the EX Fireball. Big delayed tech there from Commander Jesse, but nothing of it afterwards. Oh!
He actually called out that there was going to be some forward movement, or maybe he was trying to bait? I don't know.
Ooh. And I see Samurai using that movement to kind of force a button out of Commander Jesse. Ooh.
Jesse doing his best to at least take a little bit of attacks each time. Whenever there's something that Samurai tries and doesn't work out, Jesse at least wants to put one limb into him. Ooh. Here's Samurai, though. He's close to getting V-Trigger as well.
And I like that. Yeah, saving the bar for the V-reversal in case Jesse wanted to go for the activation. Out of the corner. Now he's going to play with all the screen behind him.
Samurai was just hoping to dash it. It's not quite enough.
Oh.
He's trying to whip punish something. Okay, yes. Samurai. Oh. What a read on jump back sniper. The medium sniper right there for Jesse. If that had been blocked.
That was death.
Absolutely a gnarly time ahead for Dhalsim if that had been blocked. But, hey, Samurai just not getting the read there, and Jesse getting the read.
If it hits, it hits. It works out. It's not random if it hits. People say that all the time. A lot of the time.
It's definitely random if it hits. I love it, yeah. That's how it's been forever. The Umeshoryu versus the random DP.
You know, Jesse's done a really great job of also suppressing those kind of threats from Samurai. Again, we've understood how unpredictable Samurai can be and how ambiguous he is with his approach. And Jesse's done a great job of not even putting himself in those positions at all, right? And specific, right? There are certain instances where he would throw out the EX Yoga Fireball, thinking that you're going to see a mix-up coming, maybe at least going forward with offense. Instead, he just backs away and just hangs out. As you mentioned time and time again, Jesse is willing to play the safe game as much as possible. He doesn't want to put himself in any sort of risk. Very risk-averse. Doesn't want to be in those kind of positions ever.
Yeah, and again, he's just trying to take a little bit of a damage or a little bit of a hit from Samurai each time Samurai tries something out. I love the idea of the V-Skill 2 from Samurai, as you were talking about. I mean, it's basically safe versus Dhalsim. It's -4. We talked about how that's a problem for him versus G. It's the same versus Ryu. And instead, it's going to be Akuma. Yeah, I think that makes sense. He tried it out a little bit there. It did not work. And now it's back to the tried and true Akuma.
Round 1.
We'll see how this plays out. I like that. That's something, you know what's kind of strange? We didn't even see that kind of attempt to whiff punish from Samurai as Ryu against Jesse's limbs. Whiff limbs as medium punch.
Yeah, we very rarely did see that. That's true.
See that? A lot more willing to try to whiff punish. You see that big sweep coming out from the side of Samurai.
He's done a great job of reacting to a lot of what Dhalsim wants to do. We've seen dash forward underneath far fireball, for example, a couple of times.
It's a whole different side of Samurai once he picks his main character.
Well, Jesse's still got the life lead. And now unable to trust stand jab anti-air. The slide was the intention. Here's Samurai.
Does it again, but just barely whiffs. Both players actually whiffing as the Demon Flip Palm misses the mark as Dhalsim's just way too low. Excellent V reversal as expected. Another one. What?
Not enough yet.
He
Tried
to
for
go
it.
for the overhead.
Oh, maybe a chance on whiff. Jesse knows he cannot get touched. And Samurai's just waiting it out. He only needs a jab. He needs anything. He's willing to wait for that. And making the comeback's not necessarily easy for Dhalsim. Once he finds the knockdown, he can definitely snowball, but how to find the knockdown here?
Doesn't have a lot of time to do so. 12 seconds left on the clock. The gray life is not going to be significant enough either. I feel like if you're Commander Jesse, you're looking to build some meter now. Oh, wait a minute! No!
He didn't get the jump strong in time! If it had been, honestly, 10 frames earlier, wow!
Oh my goodness.
The nail biter.
Would that would have killed?
Jump strong might have killed. Might have killed.
Oh. My heart is racing.
Whew.
A lot more active from the side of Commander Jesse, making sure he's within range for these limbs to touch. Oh, I like him contesting that. Big gap. Samurai getting the knockdown as well. Really shifts the momentum. Jesse going right back in there, switching sides with the teleport. Uncontested by Samurai, not ready for it.
Well, he's ready for the dashes in. He's got the corner now.
Ooh.
He's just trying to find some plus frames. Now, we have seen a lot more willingness to spend V-Trigger. I'll say that. Big plus frames here for Akuma.
And look at how much Grey Life is on the side of Samurai off that low medium kick. So much damage. Is it going to matter, though?
Oh!
EX Gale on Wake Up in the air.
Tried to get up there in time and just wasn't fast enough. Samurai's there. The Akuma definitely did more than the Ryu.
Ooh.
And in part, I think that's just his familiarity. But also in part, you can see the extra utility of having things like Demon Flip, EX Demon Flip. That's in there. Of being able to guarantee big plus frames on things like EX Red Fireball. That's in there too.
It's true. That's very true, yeah. Huge shift for Samurai. But, man, that was such a heartbreaker. That last round from Commander Jesse.
Man.
That's second to last round, I should say. That was so close. Just one medium punch away. Even if it didn't kill, I feel like he would have had like a slight life lead.
I think you're right. I think you're
For the
right as
W.
well.
Oh,
yeah, but
man.
didn't end up working like that. Part of that is Samurai being patient, knowing that he had time on the clock, and that, ultimately he did get hit, but he had taken enough time off of the clock where the hit didn't end up mattering anymore.
It's also, think about how Jesse is more often using V-Trigger
Yeah,
rather
that's
than
right.
keeping it on defense, right?
That's right.
Samurai's been closing the gap significantly, like a good amount of times, using Demon Flips, having the Red Fireball as well, forcing that block and slowly closing the gap. Also the willingness to whiff punish, but that's a different story. Forcing Jesse to actually use this V-Trigger to get his offense started. That's a lot of pressure, right? For the most part, we've seen Jesse keep this V-Trigger for something like a V-Shift, V-Reversal more often than not, but there's just so much damage being pumped out from Samurai that he's like, all right, I need something big for this comeback. I can't just rely on my V-Gauge as an escape tool or for him to back away. I need this for the damage because he's stacking on way too much than I am able to.
Well, we'll see if there was a change. Nope. Okay. As Jesse has before, he just takes a little bit of time.
I like that trade, and, well, ties it all up with the whiff punish.
You can see they're really dancing around that sim range, that sim medium range.
Oh,
Right when he sees Fireball, immediately he dashes forward. He's expecting it to be a medium or a heavy one, and he's been right every time. Yep, there's the dash. Oh, being tricky with it, though. He does not want Jesse to know where he's going to be.
oh, this is huge. Just that entry on the way in. Tried to V-skill a limb. And I like that approach from Samurai. That's a huge difference than trying to go in with Ryu, right? Being able to change your trajectory into a different option is critical against something like Dhalsim's anti-airs.
Well, Jesse does have that V-meter. There he is, the dash forward. Samurai has been walking outside of that range a lot. Yeah, that's part of why that Fireball just worked, is he had walked backwards so far. Oh, so tricky to know where he's going to be. So tricky to know what he's going to do. And backing off. A lot of people think that the key to beating Sim is to just blow him up constantly. And if you can do that, that's fantastic. But Samurai is showing that you don't necessarily need to overextend.
Not at all. And keeping that
Look at the time.
V-Gauge
Look at
for
time
that
now.
moment.
We've been here before. 15 seconds for Commander Jesse to make a substantial comeback.
Oh, and again, he had... That's what I was looking for.
Yep.
I love seeing that. Sweeping the hands of Dhalsim. Get that out of my face. And again, Samurai saved all of that V-Gauge, not for a trigger activation, but rather waiting for Commander Jesse to commit to his own trigger activation.
It's such a backwards strategy from before when we saw Jesse only spend V-meter on V-reversal and V-shift.
It's the kind of pressure.
Now that's Samurai's.
Pretty much laying it on him on offense, right? Just tacking on all this damage. It's forcing Commander Jesse to think this way. He's like, I feel like I have to abandon my strategy. You're looking for it, right? You're looking for it if you're Jesse, for a trigger activation possibly. He tried to sweep, just it wasn't in time. Oh, this is dangerous.
Yeah, I'll say this is Samurai with anything for the win. Look at the confidence of walking towards. Oh, he's really got to run the table. I love the V-shift to get out of there. However, now he's cooking. He called out the movement. Jesse's on the verge of getting the stun.
Oh, and he baits. No!
He tried to be a fancy man. Why?
Oh, this is so dangerous. Samurai can still eliminate Commander Jesse. That should have been it. Blocking the EX uppercut, waiting for the appropriate punish. Commander Jesse spoiled his moment.
Yeah, he tried to get that early punish. It's doable, but you got to be precise on the timing, and instead Samurai's going to take that game. If he had but waited for Akuma to fly up into the sky, any punish.
Anything.
Any punish.
Anything.
And he's done that punish a billion times. He's probably done that punish 1,000 times as well, but boy, what a real gnarly time to screw things up right there, Commander Jesse. Now, it's still 2-2. He's not out of it yet, but boy, the last couple of games have been quite a swing from how the first couple of games went.
Whoo-wee.
Oh, well, I hear that we're going back to the lobby. Again, this may just be Jesse trying to think things over, taking it a little bit slowly. We've seen him do this here in this match and also in his last match, so not expecting a character change, but he does have some stuff to think about.
That can't happen again, David. That's one of the things he should think about, but go on, please.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, keep it easy on the punish.
Please.
But also, yeah, think about the use of V-meter. It's quite different than before.
It's absolutely
Think about
a
the
game
range
changer.
that he's attacking at. Samurai's doing a great job of being outside of the range that Dhalsim can control. He's doing a really, really good job of being outside of that. And then all of a sudden, dash, dash in, or jump air, fireball in.
Yeah, and also looking for when Commander Jesse wants to throw out normals and throw the fireball. Every time a fireball came in, he would dash forward to threaten. Then he sees the reaction. If there's any sort of like float behind it, he's going to backdash. If not, he's going to keep moving forward, right? There's a lot of these small decisions that Samurai is making to add on that pressure, and it's been very significant for Jesse to kind of falter afterwards. He's like, well, I don't know if I should throw out these limbs anymore. I got whiff punish. I don't know if I should throw fireball anymore because he's going to gain in on me.
Yeah, yeah. There've even been just big old jump-ins over fireballs that have been very substantial. So we're into the final game.
Double
What a
dash!
Yeah, this is Samurai thinking, oh, I got you. I got you.
The standstill from both.
It may show that that Jesse has been really, really safe, which, could be a sign of a different strategy.
Oh.
However, Samurai gets the knockdown and is content as he has been with backing off.
And I like that whiff punish, nice and easy from Samurai. Jesse is trying to find a way. Oh, boy. Samurai got away with that specific situation against JB, but Jesse has been ready for all of the uppercuts. More often than not. No, the reversal.
Ah, really intent on keeping it. Those are very smart teleports just to avoid getting the gray damage.
Oh.
Samurai
like
dashes in. He finds the opportunity now. The grab will begin things. Jesse!
He moved in instead of away.
It's the first time he's done that in quite a while. He's in trouble.
No.
He's in big trouble. Samurai's here to end it.
One more. Yeah, that was a good decision from Commander Jesse. I think, trying to get past the air fireballs, but still stays too close for the punish. And Samurai looking to seal the deal now. Meaty slide does get the continuation.
He's been looking for these setups a lot.
I like that, chasing down the teleport. Now close to stun. Samurai now being on the defensive end. He's trying to get away from the danger that is Commander Jesse. He is the one who knocks this time.
And he attacked after that as well. Samurai knows it's time to go in. Time to turn on the juice.
He has a couple more fireballs, a couple more ways to approach before that trigger winds down, and Jesse's doing a great job of just hanging back, throwing out the limbs, and that's he gets hit by it. What?
Samurai's making the big reads. He's got Demon lined up as well.
And I like him just sitting there. The last time he tried to slide out, he got punished dearly for it.
He was taking no risks on DP. No confirm, it's so rare for Samurai, and Jesse's gonna find slide into evening it up. It's match point now for both players.
And that's absolutely right. There's been multiple times when Samurai's been ready with that low medium kick into critical art. That would have killed.
Absolutely, it would have been Samurai moving on to the next round, but he's got more work to do first now.
Absolutely close game. And what a time to jump forward. Samurai making the right read. Commander Jesse tried to close the gap. Get a mix-up going with that teleport. Demon flip in. Finds the mark with the palm.
Not giving Samurai the obvious time for a V-skill there. Smart for Jesse, not attacking at
Oh, I don't like
obvious
that.
spots. Well, Jesse's got to make up a life deficit. Yeah, here we go. Samurai just looking like a beast on the other side. Almost zoning out Dhalsim.
And I like that anvil. Better trade-off, I feel like, for Samurai, though. In terms of the damage, but positioning, not so much. Oh, yeah, crouching medium punch, just at the right angle. That trade was way better for Samurai. Mysteries of Yoga unlocked instantly with that V-reversal. Oh!
Worried about DP. There was no EX, actually. Just Samurai only needs...
Big anvil, no continuation, dropped it. Maybe it was the angle, the timing, couldn't tell.
Hoping to find something there, too. Again, for the millionth time. 20 seconds left. We're going down to the end of this thing. It's Jesse finding the hit. Can he find one more situation for a cross-up or a mix-up of any kind?
Just about 10 seconds.
He's
Samurai.
running out of it.
V-reversal's out. 5 seconds left on the clock. Battle of attrition here. Gray Life is there. The big trade-off, and Samurai gets the most of it. Eliminates Commander Jesse, moving into losers final.
That was what it was all about in the end. The stand block or the crouch block. Was it going to be jump back jab or stand fierce? It was just boiled down to that moment among these two players. What a fantastic battle back and forth between each of them. In the end, as he often did, Samurai made the right call. Again, he's almost zoning Dhalsim out.
Yes.
He is the patient character versus Dhalsim in a lot of that set once it went to Akuma, even before as Ryu. It really shows you that, again, yes, one way to beat Sim is to just get in there, the avalanche, the snowball, sure. But also, you can play with your own spacing in ways that make it difficult for Sim to know where you're going to be, and a fantastic performance of exactly that from Samurai.